Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to Soul Vibes Tarot if you're new here. So today we're doing a pick a card reading on what is your next relationship going to be like. So it's going to be all about your next relationship, who this person is going to be like with, who you're going to be in a relationship with, what are they like, and then all the details. So we have a lot of questions that we're going through. I'll just mention them here in the intro real quick. We're going to talk about how you guys are going to meet, when you're going to meet, the reason that they're in your life, what kind of connection this is, how they are going to treat you, what do you guys have in common, how, like, the pace of this relationship, so how fast or slow it's going to progress from just like when you guys meet to being committed, and then the growth and like sort of the transformation that's going to take place in this connection or from this connection. So that's going to be the reading here, and then we also have an extended to this reading where we're going to get into the outcome, the future of this connection, so like the long-term potential and where this is going to go long-term. We're going to cover that in the extended on Vimeo, and that link is in the description box below. So yeah, I really hope that you find this video helpful. Obviously only take what resonates, and you know, use your own discernment to see what is true for you, and you don't have to claim the message if it doesn't feel right for you. If it doesn't feel right, you can always just choose another pile, so just keep that in mind, please. Okay, so we have our 3 piles. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and we have little glittery hearts for each of them. So pile 1 has this orange glittery heart. Pile 2 is green. And pile 3 is purple. And this one is upside down. Okay, so if you need to pause this video, go ahead and do that to choose your pile. And whenever you have chosen, I left the timestamps in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this beautiful sparkly orange heart, then this is going to be a reading about your next relationship. So we're going to get into who is this going to be with, what this relationship is going to be like, how you guys are going to meet, when you guys are going to meet, the reason they're in your life, and we have a whole bunch of questions that we're going to answer. And I'm doing kind of a spread, so I'm only doing tarot cards today in this reading, and it's going to be like 1 tarot card per question, and then obviously I'll do clarifiers if I need to. And then we also have an extended to this reading if you're interested, if this reading resonates with you. And in the extended, we're going to get into the long-term potential of this relationship, or where is it going. Okay, so for today's reading, we have our first oracle card. This is our only oracle card that we're going to be using. This is going to kind of give me like just an extra message about this next relationship. So we have bird perched, waiting for news, package, letter. Okay, so I feel like you're maybe perhaps in this waiting phase in like finding a relationship. So whether you are already thinking of someone or seeing someone and you're just wondering like what this would be like if this became a relationship, or if you're totally single and you're just wondering what your next relationship would be like, I almost feel like you specifically are just kind of in this waiting mode of things to change and like for things to shift in your love life. Like you're ready for it to change and to shift. And I think that there's some sort of news that is going to be coming towards you about like from a person who's interested in you. Some sort of text, some sort of, obviously like there's a letter, news, just some sort of information coming in from a romantic interest. So let's get into your spread. So pile 1, who are they going to be in a relationship with? Who is their next relationship going to be with? Who is this person? What are they like? Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups. Who is this person for pile 1? Who are they going to be in a relationship with? And we have the Queen of Wands. And there's just a lot of similar energy here. Just a lot of reds, yellow, orange, purple, just like the color of passion, excitement. I didn't really ask a question for this. I was just shuffling, so we're going to go ahead and put that one back. But the next question that we're going to ask is, how are you going to meet this person? And this will also give us an indication if you already know this person. So how is pile 1 going to meet this person that they are going to be in a relationship with? We have the Emperor, more of that color coming through. Okay, when are they going to meet this person? Pile 1, the person that they're going to be in a relationship with, when are they going to meet them? We have the 5 of Pentacles. And what is the reason that this person is in pile 1's life? So what is the reason that this person, that they're together in a relationship? We have the King of Wands. We also have Judgment. We'll just leave that there. That's like an extra card that kind of came out with that. Sorry, I wanted to pull these cards live because that's usually what I like to do. And I want to let him, I want flyers this time. Sometimes I pull out my own, sometimes I take flyers, and that's kind of what I'm feeling. So if you want to fast forward, that's fine. Okay, so what kind of connection is this going to be? Pile 1, what kind of connection is this for whoever they're going to be in a relationship with? Pile 1, what kind of connection is this with this person? What is the nature of this connection? What kind of connection is this? We have the High Priestess. How is this person going to treat you? How is this person going to treat pile 1? This person that they're going to be in a relationship with, how is this person going to treat pile 1? How is this person going to treat pile 1? Okay, we have the 2 of Pentacles. And then what do you guys have in common? I have 3 more questions and then we're done. What do you guys have in common? So pile 1 and this person that they're going to be in a relationship with next, what do they have in common? We have the Ace of Cups and the 3 of Cups also flipped over. And then how fast or slow is this relationship going to progress from like the meeting phase and then like dating into getting into a relationship? So like I want to kind of get like a timeline on how fast, the pace of this connection. Is it going to be fast, slow, medium? Like what's the pace of this connection? How fast is this going to become a committed relationship? What is okay, we have the Sun. And then finally, what is the growth or the transformation that is going to take place in this connection? So through this relationship that you guys are in with each other, what is the growth that is going to take place here? What kind of growth is going to take place? Like personal growth, inner growth, soul growth, any sort of growth. Hopefully, yeah, just like inner growth. We have the Page of Pentacles. Wow, okay. We have 8 of Cups at the bottom. Okay, so let's go over this. Oh, we have counterpart energy here. We have Queen of... Okay, yeah, I do want to point out a couple things here. We have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, which are counterparts. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have the Emperor on the board, which is more Aries energy, but that's like the divine masculine. We also have the 6 of Cups, which is like a soulmate card. We have the High Priestess as well, which is like a highly intuitive spiritual energy. And then we have the Sun, which is like ultimate happiness. So there's a lot of positive cards here. And the Ace of Cups, which is like a new beginning in love. So those are just like the overall like energies. Oh, and we have Judgment, which is like an awakening, a second chance, a new beginning, a rebirth, seeing clearly, and just like kind of like starting over with something that aligns with your life purpose, your destiny, your calling, and sort of the universe coming in and making that call for you. So your next relationship, I do feel like it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a very significant relationship in your life that you have with this person. I feel like the feeling that you're going to feel when you're with this person is a fondness. It's discomfort. You're going to feel like you know them. They feel familiar. This person could definitely be somebody that you already know, or that you've met in childhood, or that you like know from your maybe even friend circle, or just from around. Because we do have, for like, what do you guys have in common? We have the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups. So like with the Three of Cups here, you guys could literally have friends in common. And that could also be like how you meet, because how you're going to meet is the Emperor. But yeah, so what you guys have in common is, I think maybe even like mutual friends, or a mutual community or circle that you guys are both interested in or frequent, or some sort of event that you guys both like to go to. But it does have to do with like people, more than one person. So that's why I'm thinking like maybe you already do know this person, or this person's from your past, or like you grew up with this person, or they're in your friend circle already, or you know them from work even, because the Emperor is here for how are you going to meet this person. So this person could be your boss. I'll just say that right now. That's just coming through with the Emperor. That's like a leader. It's a boss. Or this person could be in your environment who is a boss, or who is like an authority figure, or has some sort of leadership role at their job. That could be like an indicator of who this person is. But okay, I'm kind of jumping, and I'm just like saying things that I see right away, but we will go individually through this. But also, who is this person? Yeah, I definitely feel like you're gonna feel a sense of comfort with this person, and a sense of familiarity, and there's a very, very strong magnetic attraction between you guys. So I almost feel like when you guys like see each other, or you're around each other, you lay eyes on each other, there's a very strong attraction. And yes, the attraction is very physical. Like it manifests in a very physical way, like, ooh, like sexual chemistry, flirting, seduction, like all of that. And obviously like physically being very attracted to each other. But I just think there's also this energetic magnetism towards each other, especially with the Six of Cups. It's like, that's why I get like this is a soulmate, and that this is like this, your souls are calling you to each other, because you sense something on a deeper level that can't be explained, and then it manifests in like sexual energy. This person is very attractive. They're very friendly and charming. I think this person is very in touch with their feminine energy, whether this is a male or a female that you're looking for. I just think that they're very in touch with their feminine side, you know, and they're very empowered and independent, and they do have like, I feel like this person is a spiritual person, and they have like manifestation powers. Like they're very strong manifestors, and this person is like happy. Like they have like a very high vibration, and they're very authentic. They might like cats, this person, or they might have a cat. I just see this woman here just playing with energy basically, and just being really happy, and she has her wand up in the air. Like she has all of the power in her hands to manifest her reality, to create whatever it is that they want. So I kind of feel like the next relationship that you're going to be in is something that is, first of all, destined, because of the Six of Cups energy. Like you're destined to be with this person, but also this person is manifesting you, like this relationship with the Queen of Wands. You guys are manifesting each other actually, because the reason that they're in your life is the King of Wands, and who they are is the Queen of Wands. So I feel like with that counterpart energy, like the reason that this counterpart comes together into union is because you guys are both manifesting each other. You're both attracted to each other. It's like a mutual attraction. So it's not like one-sided. I think that you guys are going to both right away, when you meet, be immediately attracted to each other. And with like how you are going to meet this person is the Emperor. I feel like this is Mars energy. So that makes me feel, and then there's like the big planet of Mars. Mars makes me feel like it's going to be very sudden and abrupt, and kind of like come out of nowhere. However, it is going to be stable. Like it's not just like something that's going to rush into your life and turn your world upside down, and then it's out, you know, it's gone. This is more like it's going to come into your life very abruptly, out of nowhere, You didn't expect it. It's gonna be like just immediate chemistry, immediate passion. There's a lot of fire here, a lot of passionate energy. So there's gonna be just a lot of that like passionate, sexual, physical, magnetic energy that is going to be flowing between you guys. And like I said, like this almost like you know each other, like you just like kind of like you immediately vibe. Like you guys' energy is very compatible and you guys are immediately gonna connect. But I feel like it's gonna be pretty stable because the Emperor, like yes, it's Aries energy, it's cardinal, like it just comes in hot, but the Emperor in itself is a divine masculine, and this is something that is more stable, structured, controlled, solid, grounded, you know? So, yeah, and this could definitely be as far as, how you guys are, you know what? I do want to clarify that actually. I want to get more details on the Emperor. So tell me more about how pile 1 is going to meet this person. So we have the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups. And the Page of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of swords energy. This could definitely be online. So you could definitely, okay, yeah, with the bird perched, waiting for news, package, letter. So this could be like somebody that you meet online, okay? So it could be a dating app. It could be like social media or something like that. Because we have the Ace of Swords, so this is about like online communication. Also the Page of Swords, so this is somebody that sees you online, and it's also in like a community with the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups. So this is yeah, some sort of a community that you're involved with or on, and this person and you find each other there, and it comes abruptly and suddenly and kind of like out of nowhere. This person does have a little bit of like fiery energy, not a little bit, a lot. They have a lot of fiery energy, and they do just kind of like come in out of nowhere, you know? They're very good manifestors, so I feel like they definitely want this to happen. With when you guys are going to meet, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like there is somebody here is experiencing or has experienced some sort of abandonment or heartache or like a breakup. And I wonder if, okay, how does the Five of Pentacles affect when they are going to meet? When is pile 1 going to meet this person? Like, what's the timeline on that? So we do have the Nine of Swords that flipped over. The Eight of Wands. The Queen of Swords and Nine of Cups. Okay, so you can fill in the blanks of where you are on the spectrum of the timeline, because like everyone's going to be on a different journey, right? This is kind of what I'm getting. There is something in your life that you need to cut out because it's not making you happy. It gives you a lot of anxiety. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be some sort of a life situation, a family member, friend, whatever. Like there's something major in your life that you have to cut out that makes you feel abandoned, neglected, rejected, alone, left out in the cold. Because this Five of Pentacles, she's very sad, she's alone, you know, this loneliness, this sense of abandonment, okay? And this causes sleepless nights, a lot of anxiety, whatever. So that's like something that you are going to have to go through. And with the Queen of Swords, you're going to gain clarity that this situation is not for you, okay? You don't want to be in this sort of situation. So, and this is even about like homelessness or like even because the Five is all about changes. So, and the Pentacles are about physical things. So this could be like a change in your job, a change in your home, you know, moving somewhere else, like some sort of like a change in your physical environment that does worry you a little bit, but you do become strong from it. You become the Queen of Swords. You become kind of hardened and really empowered and independent, and you develop really strong boundaries from this experience. and you do learn to cut this thing out of your life, and then you travel and you move somewhere, or you move forward either physically, or you move towards your happiness. Like you're moving towards your inner happiness with the Nine of Cups. The Eight of Wands is all about this is about like positive news coming in. So maybe you get like some sort of positive news that comes in and you're like, okay, I know which way to go now. You know, I know what direction to take, or you get clarity on how to move forward. This is about just like taking action passionately and moving forward. It's also representing travel. And so you're, and then like, where are you going? It's a Nine of Cups. You're moving towards your own internal happiness and fulfillment, independent of anyone else, because you have been left out in the cold. You have been neglected, heartbroken. Maybe someone, you know, broke your heart or whatever, or you had to break someone else's heart. In either case, you had to find your own happiness within alone. And you're doing that, and you find it. Like, you're happy being alone. You're happy being, like, you're happy within yourself. And that's when this relationship is going to come in. So wherever you are on that journey, if you are still going through this tough phase, then you know like what's to come and like when that would happen. If you're already done with that and you've already gone through that and you're like already journeying to your own self-love and happiness and all of that, like that's when your wish is going to come true. Like that's when this is going to change for you. So like there's not an actual time except for the number 5. So it could be in the month of May. Something significant could happen in the month of May. This person could be a Taurus. Among all the other things that I mentioned, the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it could be in 5 months. You know, 5 could just generally be a significant time. Also, it could be in your 5 personal year in numerology. If you follow numerology and personal year cycles, this could be in your 5 personal year, which you would just calculate by adding your birthday and the last year of your birthday. So if you were born May 8th, then you would add 5 plus 8, and then 2021 was your last birthday, plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, whatever the number is your personal year. So that's when. The reason that this person is in your life is because I think you're getting a second chance at love. This person actually, like, this person wants you. This person is really excited about you and passionate about you and really has a lot of, like, you guys, I'm telling you, you guys have this magnetism between you. This person is very confident. They know that they want you and they're going to pursue you. And it's like you have a second chance at love. I think, honestly, I think that's kind of what's the main reason that they're in your life. It's to prove to you that there are still good people out there and that you get a second chance. And if this is a person from your past, then I think it's to get a second chance with that person. You know, if this story resonated with you with the heartbreak, this could be like some sort of a separation situation when you guys are not together, but you have this strong soul connection and this magnetism that doesn't go away. And like this person is sort of reuniting and coming back into your life. But only take that if this person is not toxic for you, obviously, and if they're good for you. Because that energy is kind of coming through of like that reconciliation energy. But if you don't have an ex that you want to reconcile with, this is a new person then, okay? Only apply that if that like truly resonates with your journey. Okay, so with what kind of connection is this? We have the High Priestess. This is a very highly evolved spiritual connection. Okay, so no wonder you guys have this strong magnetic pull towards one another and this strong attraction, this almost instant recognition of each other that like, ooh, I like you. You feel so cozy. You feel so comfortable. You feel so familiar. There's a sense of like warmth and comfort when you're with this person. And I think it's because you guys have a very strong intuitive psychic connection. Telepathy, I have trouble saying that word. Telepathy is probably something that will be very prevalent in your connection. You might already feel this person. You might have dreams about this person. You know, you might have like intuitive, maybe even like intuitive nudges telling you like, yeah, do this, go there, pursue that, just because like it's leading you to this person. You know, it's like their soul and your soul is like drawing you guys towards each other. So even if you don't physically know this person, maybe it's like, yeah, go apply at that job because that's where this person is, and you're getting this like intuitive hit to go do that, or go online and, you know, like reach out to that person or whatever, go on a dating site. There's just something here that's intuitively telling you to do this, and that's what's going to lead you to this person. And so with the High Priestess, the type of connection, this is Pisces energy. So there might be a lot of feeling of like unknown, maybe even confusion, being in the dark about a lot of things, haziness, fogginess, like not being completely clear with why this person's in your life or who they are to you, but just a feeling of like, I crave this person though. Like I want this person, like I need this person for a certain reason. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Like I can't put my finger on exactly what this connection is, but I know it's special and really important for me. So I'm going to pursue. And that's all based on your intuition, both of your intuitions. Like you both kind of just feel like you need to pursue this for whatever reason. But you can't put your finger on why. It's just a very, very strong soul desire to do this. And then for how this person is going to treat you, we have the Two of Pentacles. I have a feeling that this person has a lot to give. This person is, like they have a lot going on in their life. They're very busy. They're always doing something. And you know how they say, like, if you want something done, ask a busy person to do it? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like, because they are so busy in their life, they're naturally also gonna be very involved with you as well. Like, be very involved with, like, you guys are gonna be living your busy lives together and sharing your, like, daily tasks and responsibilities with each other. And because this person's constantly doing things, they're also going to be doing things with you and for you and calling you and texting you. And I'm just getting a very busy energy, so very involved in your life, like very involved in your day-to-day regular life. That's how they're going to treat you. Like they're going to be interested in like what is going on for you at work. What are you doing now? You know, how's your day go? Like that kind of little daily like tasks that you're involved with. And it's like back and forth, back and forth. It's going to be very balanced as well, this connection. I think it's going to be like you give and they give equally, and it's going to alternate. You know, it's not going to be one-sided. And this is also, you know, the infinity symbol, at least in the traditional tarot, and, you know, and it just goes round and round and round. So I kind of feel this more infinite nature to your connection, like it is everlasting. Because of this strong soul connection that you guys have. It's something that is going to go on and on and on forever, and you're going to feel it. But it's going to manifest in a physical way. So like this eternal nature of your love for each other, because I think there's a lot of love here, it's going to be very grounded and like manifested into physical form. So it's not like it's going to be hard to understand what this connection is because of this illusory nature to it, because it's very spiritual. But I think that you guys are in your relationship throughout time. You're going to be able to ground it and make it practical by like showing each other physically that you love each other, you know, buying each other gifts, treating each other with respect, taking each other like on a trip or something, just doing physical things, spending quality time together, physical, tangible things that you can actually measure to be like, okay, this person does love me, you know, because look at, they're doing things for me. It's not just like an energy, like, oh, I had dreams that you love me, but I don't feel it, or I don't see it in the physical. Like you're going to see it physically manifested in your everyday life. Every day, that's what I'm saying. Like in this relationship, like this person's going to be involved with your everyday happenings and activities and make you feel like they're there, like they're supporting you. This person can juggle a lot of responsibilities and manage a lot of tasks. They have really good time management. And I just think that it's going to be a lot going on in this connection, but it's going to be all managed well. And with what do you guys have in common? So we have the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups. You guys both just love each other. I mean, love is what you have in common. This desire to fall in love. This desire to to share your feelings, your vulnerability, and your emotions with one another, right? So to be vulnerable with each other. You both are very vulnerable. I think you both are very sensitive people. This is Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer energy. Just throwing that out there, but it's just really, you guys are both in touch with your feminine energy, I think. And you both, with the Three of Cups, like, yeah, you both like to have fun and have a good time. And I think a lot of the things that you guys do together is going to be very similar in nature. Like the activities that you guys like to do that make you happy, the things that make you happy, they're always going to be activities that, like, you need to make sure that they're fulfilling you emotionally. They make you happy. Like, you guys would never do anything that's like boring or mundane or dull or anything like that. Everything you guys do will have an element of, this is fun, I love this, this makes me happy. It's feeling based, it's emotion based. You guys are very much motivated by emotions and passion and fire. And so you guys are going to have a lot, you're going to be on the same page about how you guys have fun and what makes you happy, you know? And like I said, I think you guys are going to get along as friends really, really well. And you guys might have a similar friend group or get along with each other's friends and have like group gatherings with multiple people. And I think that just like how you guys are going to connect the best and like what you guys have in common is this soul, heart, chakra, you know, level type of connection where you are both open with your feelings, with your heart, and you want love. Like you both are on the same page that you want to be in love. You're not holding back on that. Because, you know, sometimes you get into relationships with people and they're like, nope, closing off my heart, not going there, and then that's when it becomes toxic. But in this relationship, I just see both of you guys making an effort to deepen this connection and to grow it into something more and to expand, because it goes from the Ace of Cups to the Three of Cups. The Ace of Cups is potential for something, and you guys both recognize the potential in this beautiful connection, and then it grows into the Three of Cups, which is like, the three is all about expansion and growth, right? Elevating, manifestation, things coming to physical manifestation, fruition. So you're going from that, and now it's like you can see it in your physical environment, and now you're like sharing this love with your friends as well. Like you're telling your friends like, hey, this is my girlfriend or my boyfriend and we love each other. You know, you're telling now your circle, your people, that you're in love. Okay, so that's kind of like what's happening. And with the sun coming out, as far as like how fast or slow this is gonna go and the pace that it's gonna be, I kind of feel like there's gonna be that spark, and that's gonna, it's gonna flow. It's gonna flow. It's gonna be perfect. Like, I don't think you're gonna feel like it's happening too slow or too fast. I think you're going to be happy no matter what the pace is. Like with the sun being the happiest card in the deck, and the sun just shining down on her, just like totally bathing. She's bathing in this sunlight, radiance, happiness. I think whatever the pace is, whether it is a little bit slower than what you're used to, or maybe quicker than what you're comfortable with, it's going to feel right with this person. So you guys are going to do it in the time that it feels right. And it's just going to make you happy no matter the pace. But also, this is Leo energy. Leo is fire, so that's fast, but it's also fixed, right? So that's like steady and steadfast. So I kind of see it like moving in like not too fast and not too slow. I see it, the passion that you guys have for one another is fueling all of this, and it's fueling for your heart to open like this. And maybe it is like moving fast as far as feelings are concerned, right? Like your feelings are growing really quickly for one another because you have so much passion and this strong, intuitive soul connection that you feel, the spiritual connection that you feel. So it's going to be maybe like very quickly, you guys are going to fall in love with each other, and that's going to make you very happy. But I also think that you guys are going to be a little bit more traditional with how you go about this connection, with like that Leo energy being fixed, and it is a little bit more traditional. It's very playful though, and very romantic. So I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun together. I'm kind of getting like it's going to be like a perfect It's not too fast and not too slow. It's just perfect, whatever that means. But in either case, I don't think that any of that is going to bother you. I think whatever pace it's going to go at, it's going to be just right. And it's going to make you feel good and warm and loved. There's a lot of romance here, a lot of heart chakra energy. Okay, and then we also have, oh, like you chose the orange heart, which is all about passions, the sacral chakra. And then that's like the first three cards, and then this one that came out, and there's a lot of passion here. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of good chemistry between you guys. And then for the growth that is going to take place in this connection, like the transformation, the growth, like the major like lessons or whatever, is the Page of Pentacles. Honestly, I think you guys are really going to learn a lot from each other. The Page of Pentacles, you're both going to be really curious, almost like infatuated. So I definitely think you guys are going to be infatuated with one another, with sort of like the knowledge that the other has, and you're really gonna be students of each other, because the Six of Cups is about like student-teacher relationships as well. So I'm not necessarily getting that one person is smarter than the other one. I think both of you have a lot to bring to the table, your counterparts, and so this person is going to be really intrigued with and curious about what you have to your life experiences, what you've been through, what you have learned, and they're going to be wanting to study you and learn more about you, and you know, all of that, and vice versa. Like, you're going to feel the same way about this person. The Page of Pentacles is a novice, like they're about learning, they're the students of life. So I think you guys are going to also, through this connection, learn a lot more about life as well. So it's going to be a very eye-opening connection. I think it's going to be transformational, and you're going to gain like a new perspective. You're going to gain a new perspective on maybe like your own lifestyle too, like how you want to live your life, or how you live your life, or what's healthy, what's not healthy, how to take care of your physical body. That could be a lot of conversations that you guys have. How to make money too. It could be about like money, or what you value even. What is it that you value? And you're going to learn a lot from each other. And there's a lot of communication about that. There's a lot of communication about your values and who you are, telling each other like who you guys are, because that's like all the Page of Pentacles. So the growth that is going to take place in this connection is literally like you guys are both very like children who just want to learn and grow from each other and evolve together and expand and get to that next level, because the page is all about that. The page is so curious and just wants to learn everything, and then to take that knowledge and then become the King of Pentacles, right? You know, be the boss, be the leader, and have its abundance, its prosperity through all of those skills that it's learned and all of the things that it's accomplished in life. So that's where you guys begin, and I do think that you guys get to that point, you know. So that is your next relationship and who this is going to be with. It seems like a very beautiful, solid, strong connection. And now we're going to get into the extended, because this is already a 36-minute reading. And I wish that I could just continue going, but I'm going to have to stop here, because we're going to get into the extended to see what the potential outcome, or where this is going to go. Like, what's the long-term potential of this connection with this person. And we're going to pull some Romance Angel, some cards from my True Love Oracle deck, and some more tarot cards to see where that's going. So if you're interested in that, you can find that in the description box below. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I wish you all the best. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this green little heart, this is going to be your reading about your next relationship and who is it going to be with and what it's going to be like. And we're going to get a lot of details. I'm going to do like a spread. I'm primarily going to be using tarot cards and then just this one oracle card, and then we'll clarify whatever it is that we need to clarify. So this little oracle card here will just kind of give me like a general idea of this relationship. So we have archway. So new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So this is kind of showing me that you are definitely going to have some sort of a new opportunity here in a relationship. There's new doors opening, there's possibilities. So your love life is definitely expanding. So there's going to be like, if you've been feeling stagnant, for example, in your love life or with regards to a certain relationship, it is definitely, there's going to be some, you're going to have options and you're going to have movement. You're going to have opportunities to grow and expand. Okay, so this card wants to be here. I wasn't really asking a question. It's the High Priestess. We'll just put this off to the side and see what that wants to tell us. But first we're going to see, who is this person? So who is Pile 2 going to be in a relationship with? Can you tell me, what can you tell me about this person? Who is Pile? Who is this person? Who is Pile 2? Okay, so before I get into the other cards, because with Pile 1, I kind of like pulled all the cards, and I'm not gonna lie, I got distracted by all the cards, and I don't think I spent enough time explaining who their person is. I mean, I did, but I just want to make sure that I cover that. So we're just going to talk about who this person is. Who is this person that you're going to be in a relationship with next? We have the 8 of Swords and the Death card. In this deck, it's death and rebirth. So number 8 and number 13. So this person, as far as signs, this is Gemini energy. Well, also could be Libra or Aquarius, and this is Scorpio. Okay, but I feel like this person is the type of person who tends to overthink a lot of things. Okay, so this is the type of person that maybe worries a lot, deals with a lot of anxiety, but there's this transformational effect about this person. So I see that maybe this person, at a certain point in their life, they were like super living in fear and in their own self-doubt and limitations and maybe insecurity and just lack of confidence, maybe just, yeah, a lot of overthinking and worrying, overthinking, depression, all of that. But there's an element of transformation to that, and maybe now they are, oh, maybe this is why it came out, maybe this is also your person, like maybe now they're just more in touch with their intuition. Yeah, because this is opposite. So like with the 8 of Swords coming out, I feel like the 8 of Swords is this person living in a lot of fear, a lot of illusion, a lot of inauthenticity, okay? Not listening to their intuition and keeping themselves trapped because of their own mind, their own limitations, their own toxic patterns and these cycles, and not seeing themselves clearly, not seeing themselves accurately. And then there was like a transformation that they went through, and now they became more in touch with their truth, their higher self, their intuition, their divinity, their divine feminine energy in particular. This is both, this is Pisces, this is Scorpio. And so they came out of this more logical type of thinking into more emotional thinking, more emotional intelligence, more intuitive, psychic. Maybe they got in touch with their psychic powers. So this person that you're going to be in a relationship with next is somebody who has transformed. Somebody who has transformed out of fear and into living more in flow and intuitively and seeing things from a different perspective. This person could also be very deep and intense, and they are the type of lover who would love very deeply, and they aren't afraid to talk about the darker aspects of themselves or discussing that with you, or even talking about their past trauma, childhood pains, you know, just things that they've been through that's been hard. They're not the type of person that's going to shy away from that. Actually, I think they enjoy those types of deeper, more spiritual, soul level conversations. So this is not the type of person that likes small talk. They're very real and deep and authentic and very spiritual and very driven by their soul now. Like, whereas at one point in their life they were driven by their fears, I feel like now they are more free-spirited and they're driven more by their truth, their higher self, their higher calling. They might have like a deeper, higher life purpose. And I think that this person, when you first meet them, is the type of person that you don't really, what you see is not necessarily what you're gonna get. Like maybe on the surface, this person does come off as more like of that Gemini energy, just very fun, flirty, lighthearted, funny, bubbly, happy, you know, just maybe surface level, a little bit shallow. But then once you get to know this person and you go deeper, you discover this depth to them, right? Like this intensity, that this person's actually very wise, very spiritual, very in tune. They've been through a lot. They've been through a lot of transformations and changes in their life. They're very strong from those experiences. And there's some sort of rebirth that happened with this person, where they are now a new person. They're more aligned. They're more aligned with themselves, with their path. And very, very psychic and intuitive. They could be into, you know, just like astrology, the occult, metaphysics, numerology, crystals, tarot, the more like taboo aspects of life, or things that we don't really, people aren't really comfortable talking about. This person could also be a very sexual person, very in touch with their own sexuality. They could also, I feel like this person, there's a lot of like subconscious energy with this person here. There's a lot going on underneath the surface with this person. It's definitely more than meets the eye. Like the High Priestess is a very secretive energy, so this person is very mysterious. Like even here, like you look into their eyes, their face, and it's the universe, you know? It's like, who are you though? And their eyes are closed here, the eyes are closed. Like you don't see this person's eyes ever. I think it's really hard to get to know this person, and you're gonna have to be very, like you're gonna have to earn their trust before they can open up to you. And you have to show them that you're not here to hurt them, you're not here to fuck with them, you're here to really see them and understand them, like see them for who they truly and authentically are. Because if you're not coming at them from that level that they're at, that depth and intensity, I think they're not gonna feel comfortable to be vulnerable with you, you know? But this person is very like deep and emotional and vulnerable, but I think they try to keep that hidden from people. And so I think, yeah, you're just gonna have to be, it's like peeling back the layers with this person. There's just layer after layer after layer. They're very mysterious. They're very emotionally intelligent and mature and stable. Maybe stable is not the right word, but because this is Pisces energy, which is like mutable, but this is fixed water. They once they fall in love, like they're in love. Like that's the type of person, you know, once they feel something, like they feel it for a long time. And they're also very sensitive, you know, so maybe that's why they dealt with a lot of anxiety in their life, because they are naturally just a more sensitive person, maybe more empathic. Maybe they pick up on other people's energies. They feel them very strongly. And maybe they just have very strong intuition that they could never explain. And it just kind of puts them in this whole like overthinking of like, well, what's going on? Like, what's my truth and what's this and what's that? And just like very confused energy. And also because they were never understood, because this person just seems to be very deep, people didn't understand them. Maybe this makes them like be very, you know, live in with a lot of insecurities and doubting themselves, like assuming that it's them, because they're just like, it's hard to understand. This person's just very mysterious. So that's the person that you're going to be in a relationship with next. And if this energy resonates with your energy, then I think that's why you're going to be in a relationship with them. If like you can relate to this, it's because I think they need a person who can meet them at that level, you know, like meet them at the, like if you have gone deep within yourself, then you can connect to this type of person. But if you haven't gone deep into your own scorpionic 8th house energy or 12th house energy, 8th and 12th, like look at that. And then we have 8 again. Yeah, there's a lot of 8th house and 12th house, maybe synastry that you guys have, which just triggers a lot of transformation, a lot of awakening, transformation, seeing the truth about yourself, healing, all of that. So how are you guys going to meet? Let's get a card for how is Pile 2 going to meet this person? How is Pile 2 going to meet this person? I'm only taking one card. Sorry. We have a lot to get through. So you know what? I'm just gonna pull. Okay, how is Pile 2 going to meet this person? Okay, so we have the 2 of Pentacles. When are you guys going to meet? We have the 7 of Pentacles. And for the reason they're in your life is the Tower. Oh my God, yeah. This person is in your life to shake up your world and yet another transformation. What kind of a connection is this? Page of Cups. How are they gonna treat you? The Knight of Swords. What do you guys have in common? Nine of Pentacles. How fast or slow is this going to progress? Or like, what's the pace and like at the pace that this relationship is going to develop from when you guys meet to an actual relationship? Is the Fool. And then what is the growth that is going to take place within this connection? The King of Pentacles. A lot of physical maturity. Abundance too. I think you guys are going to have a lot of abundance together, accomplish a lot of things physically together. Maybe you guys will like share a home together or buy a house together or share finances or build wealth together. Maybe start your own business together or something like that. It's very physical though. And what you guys have in common is the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you guys have in common that you both are very driven and ambitious and very much wanting like abundance and financial stability and like a nice luxurious life. Okay, so this is heavy Taurus energy coming through, and it could be Virgo and Capricorn. So this is just something that's both like very important to you guys, and you guys are on the same page. And I think what also you have in common is that you're both happy to be single. Like whenever it is that you guys meet, I feel like you're both focusing on your own work, like your jobs and like gaining money or building your wealth, and you're both happily doing that. Like you're not necessarily wanting to be in a relationship, or you're not like crying about being alone. You're just very content with your life because you're focusing on building your wealth and prosperity and your abundance, and you're feeling very empowered and strong and independent. And a lot of people have their eyes on you, both of you. That's just something you have in common, this Nine of Pentacles energy. This is the single lady card, you know. You guys are both kind of on top of the world, and or if you're not on top of the world when you meet, you're both on the same page about that. Like this is what you guys have in common is the Nine of Pentacles. So you guys are both on the same page about getting to that point in your life where you can just enjoy your abundance. Like I'm willing to work hard to enjoy my abundance. And because what you have here, the growth that's going to take place is the King of Pentacles. So you guys are both going to be building that kind of sort of financial independence and material wealth and luxury. That's like the main thing that you guys are going to be focusing on in this connection, finding that stability. And also being in a committed relationship, like an actual committed relationship. Obviously that's what we're talking about, is what is your next relationship. But I do see strong commitment here with you guys, with the King of Pentacles, and it's going to grow into a very solid, stable connection where both of you are loyal to each other. It's exclusive. It's just you guys. And there's a lot of like protector energy too, especially from the masculine, just very protective and caring and like loving, nurturing, kind of like cozy, like I'll take care of you, you know, don't worry, like that kind of energy. And then, okay, so for how are you guys going to meet? We have the Two of Pentacles. And like I was saying, I feel like you guys are both going to be working you're both going to be very busy working and living your life and like managing a lot of different tasks, like busy bees. Okay, so let me just clarify that because I need more on like how that's going to happen. So how is group 2 going to meet the next person that they're going to be in a relationship with? What is the Two of Pentacles? I will take this one. Okay, so we have the Fool again. We have the Fool twice. We have the Death card at the bottom. So there's like something about traveling with the Fool, something about like through following your own intuition and trusting. This is going to be vague, and I'm sorry I can't give you like a specific, like you're going to meet at a bar. Can't give you that, but I can give you like just a feeling, a vibe, an energy or whatever. And what I'm getting is like you're going to be pursuing something that really excites you, but it requires that you take a leap of faith. It requires that you take a chance on something, take a risk, and you don't really know how it's going to turn out. You don't know how it's going to turn out. It's something that you are doing because you just trust the universe. You're trusting your path. It's a deep intuitive calling. It's something that, you know, you can't really explain. Just like you just need to do this. You just need to do it. So you do it. You take that leap of faith. And this throws you into something that you are actually going to focus on, like a job. Like maybe you take a new job or something. You accept a new responsibility that requires a lot of your focus and attention and a lot of diligence and responsibility, and you're just really dedicated and determined to go from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, right? To have that abundance. And so you're very busy in your life, very just focusing on working. So you could meet this person at work or wherever it is. I just feel like that's kind of like how it happens. Yeah, there's something where like you're taking a leap of faith. And then we also have the Page of Swords at the bottom. So this could be online, you know, with the Page of Swords, that's always a thing. Like it could be online communication. So it could be a dating app or social media, or just, I don't know how else other people, like people can meet online, but like whatever that is, like you're having a Zoom meeting with a client online, and then like there they are. Or something, I don't know, but something to do with like technology or online communication could be a thing as well, or through phones or something like that. And I think that this is something that you have been waiting for with the Seven of Pentacles. It's I kind of feel like you have not been in a relationship for a while before you meet this person. Like, it's been a minute, because the Seven of Pentacles is like slow moving. There's no movement really. It's seven, it's pentacles. So it could be like 7 months that you've been single, because then what you guys both have in common is the Nine of Pentacles, which is like the single lady card, so, or single man card. So I just feel like you guys are both sort of like single and not really looking for love, or like, or in a relationship for a while before meeting each other. And or from whenever you're watching this, it's still gonna take a little while to grow. Because I think that maybe one or the other person has a lot more inner work to do, because the Seven is about like the mind, like psychology, you know, like in numerology, it's about introspection and going within and finding the truth for yourself. And it is a slower moving energy. It's a more internal energy. So maybe this relationship isn't going to happen for a while, because there's just still a lot of like inner work that's being done, or even building wealth, like, right? Like the Seven of Pentacles is about planting seeds and then watching them grow and waiting for them to grow. So, and there's this like being busy working, taking that leap of faith and building something. You guys are building something, and maybe this is like you're building something now, they're building something, and then that's why you guys you're not really together yet. But so yeah, this relationship could happen in 7 weeks. 7 months is more what I'm getting, because it's like a slower moving energy. Or you could have been already single for, you know, up to 7 months before meeting this person. It could also be in the month of July. It could also be in your personal year of a 7 that you meet this person. So in numerology, I said this in pile 1 too, but like in your personal year of 7, which we go through personal year cycles from birthday to birthday. So whatever your birthday is, you would add up your birthday and then the year of your last birthday. So if your birthday was July 8th, then you would add 7 plus 8, and then 2021 was the last year, plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. And whatever that reduces to would be your personal year cycle. So it could be during a 7 year for you, if you're going through that. But yeah, that's kind of like how. It's not really, I'm not really getting anything too specific on that. Let's just see if there's anything else. How is Pile 2 going to meet this person? Like any other details that you can give us? I think you're just going to be like free-flowing and traveling, following the flow of like the universe, you know, just like your own intuition, and it's going to naturally take you on that path to meet this person. You're moving away from something that isn't serving you, and you're traveling. Oh, you could definitely be traveling. On your travels, you meet this person. 6 of Swords, 2 of Wands. There's also something here with boats, so you can meet them like, you know, near water or on a boat or something like that. But there is this element of like planning big for your future, making a big move, a bold move, moving away from conflict and towards more peace and harmony and balance, and figuring out how to do that, and then taking the actual physical action steps to do that and to create abundance for yourself. That's kind of like how you're gonna meet this person in whatever way. And then so the reason that this person is in your life is the Tower. So this person is meant to shake up your world. This person is meant to cause a Tower moment in your life. Now let me obviously clarify that. What kind of tower are we talking about? Is it a good one or a bad one? They're all good. They're all divine. They're all here to redirect us. But is it going to hurt? Or is it going to make you feel good? So what is this Tower for why this person is in Group 2's life? How is this Tower going to play out? Oh, okay. It's good, I think. Yeah. Oh. Okay, yeah. So this person's coming in hot. That's what's happening here. Like, the reason that they're in your life is because they're meant to shake up your world and remind you that what you have been waiting for does exist. Because I think that with the 4 of Cups here, this little cat is just like looking at that cup, and it's coming in slow as hell on that turtle, but it's like not giving up. It's not looking at the 3 cups that are from the past or missed opportunities. It's looking at the blessing. So this little cat recognizes the blessing and is waiting, but it's almost like giving up. Like, look, I'm over here waiting and growing these seeds, but I'm about to give up because it's been a minute since I've been waiting a long time. The 7 of Pentacles is about waiting and having patience. So I feel like you have been waiting a long time to be in some sort of a relationship that's solid, and then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, this person's gonna come barging in at this Knight of Wands, you know, just out of nowhere, passionately coming in hot with fire and passion and lots of energy, and it is your wish fulfillment. It's what you have been wishing for. The star, it's a wish come true. And it's also saying to stay hopeful about this whole situation because it is going to happen. And so yeah, they're in your life because they're meant to shake it up. Something big is happening from this person, and they're coming in with a lot of love, like the King of Cups, you know. And like I said, they are a very deep and intense person. They feel deeply. They love deeply. And so that's the energy that they're coming forth with. And I think they want balance. They want a relationship. They want mutual reciprocity and want to take this forward, move it forward with the Emperor. You know, they want like a solid something. They want to move forward. And okay, I also see the Tower with the 8 of Swords. This person is somehow here to eradicate this like overthinking. Maybe, I wonder if, well, this is the reason that they're in your life. So they're the overthinker. Maybe you help them like in some way get out of this like more anxious mentality. Because they realize that you're their wish fulfillment. You know, maybe they are the ones that realize like, oh my God, this pile 2 is my wish fulfillment. They are everything that I have hoped for and have been manifesting. and here they are. I am going to pursue them, and in some way, shape, or form, like, this allows them to get out of this like negative mentality and to embrace their heart, like their heart's desires, and this path of like, oh my God, it actually happened. I actually found this person that's amazing. Because, okay, so what kind of connection is this? It's actually very cute. We have the Page of Cups. So you guys are very cute together. You're very, it's like lighthearted, kindergarten type of love, you know, where it's like, hey, I have a crush on you. Do you have a crush on me? Or I like you. Do you like me? Or you guys like write notes to each other. It's like very lovey-dovey, bushy, cute, and very vulnerable. Like, I think that you guys find it very easy to talk about your feelings to each other. They're not necessarily deep feelings that you guys talk about, okay? So it's not like, oh my God, I'm so in love with you. You're the, you know, I don't think it's like that. I think that this is just a very innocent, pure, playful, lighthearted, fun, loving, respectful connection where you guys can share your feelings, your genuine feelings about each other, and about even just share yourselves. And like, you guys could be your true childlike selves. That's another thing. I think that it's gonna be very easy to be yourselves around each other, like to just be uninhibited and free-spirited and not have to hold back. You can just be free and be like, hey, I like your butt, you know, it's really nice. And like, you're free to say that without the other person thinking you're weird. Or even like with all this Scorpionic energy and this Pisces energy, there's a lot of like, I just feel like this person's very much in touch with like their true, deep, authentic selves. And so they might be just a little bit weird or quirky, and that they would feel really comfortable being their quirky, true selves with you because you're also like that, and you guys would play on, you know, play off of each other or whatever, feed off of each other. And so there's just a lot of cute emotions and feelings that are being exchanged between you guys, but it's very fun and lighthearted. It's not too serious. It's not too heavy and intense. Not to say that it's not going to have that, you know, at times, but I think overall the vibe, the kind of connection this is, it's just a very loving, pure, innocent, pure is like the word, like a very pure connection, you know, like just very warm and innocent, like a child, like two children being in love, you know, like how cute is that? It's cute. It's like a cute little connection. Okay, so we have how are they going to treat you is the Knight of Swords. Man, this person is going to take action towards you. This person is going to, I think, want to travel with you, air travel with you. They really, they're a big communicator, this person. Communication is very important. This is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. And it's quick moving energy. I would say it's mainly Gemini, but this is very quick moving energy. It's about taking action, but kind of being impulsive too. But how is this person going to treat you? I think they're going to, maybe sometimes, let's just clarify that. I was gonna say like say things that are very impulsive. And I just want to know like what's the nature of that. So can you clarify the Knight of Swords? Okay. Oh, yeah. So we have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom, the Six of Cups under that, and then the Eight of Wands and the Emperor. So it's positive communication. So how this person is going to treat you, I think this person is going to be very open and communicative about where they want to take this relationship, how they want to move forward, and that they do in fact want to be serious with you, with the Emperor, that they do in fact want something more and something solid. And they might not be too emotional with the communication. They might be a lot more logical and practical and like cerebral and mental about it, you know, not so much like lovey-dovey when it comes to communicating about maybe like where this relationship is going. But I definitely see that this person wants to take this relationship to the next level with you pretty quickly. They're very quick moving and impulsive, and they're ready to go. They're ready to go and commit to you with the Emperor. Like, they're ready to tie the knot. So yeah, I don't know, just maybe be careful with that a little bit if you're not comfortable with that. But how is this person going to treat you? Yeah, I think that they're going to make you feel very stable and solid in the connection, where you don't really have to question where, like, there's no dark, like, this person is very open and communicative, okay? So if you have a question about something about this connection, I feel like this person would tell you, like, they would communicate to you, like, what's going on, in like a positive way though. You know, I think communication is like a solid thing between you guys. We already talked about the Nine of Pentacles for what you guys have in common. I do think that you guys are both very abundant, whether that's actually physically you have a lot of money or physical things, you know, that's one thing. But if that's not the case, I think that energetically you guys are both very abundant. You live in a an abundance mindset, not a lack mentality where, like, I don't have enough, I need more, I'm never happy, I'm not grateful. I think you guys are both very grateful people. You're very grateful for what you have. You're grateful for who you are, where you are in your life, what you have been through. And because of that gratitude, you guys have this abundant energy about you, and you're just happy about the things that you have, even if it's small things, even if you don't have a lot, you're still very happy and grateful for it. And you guys are both able to attract a lot more money and abundance in that way. So you guys have that in common, or at least that mindset. And with how this is going to progress, like fast or slow, like the Fool, like I am seeing this is going to move fast. Like once this person comes into your life, it's a Tower moment, it's a shakeup. It's like, yep, I want to be with that person, I want to pursue this person, the Knight of Wands, they're my wish come true. Let's go. Like, this guy's running towards this motorcycle, you know, and this is how they're going to treat you. And they're flying fast, quickly. Maybe you guys have distance between you guys, because there is some travel energy here with how you meet. So maybe you meet each other in a different part of the world, or a different part of town or the city, where it's like a little bit further away from where you live, so you do have to like travel towards each other. So that could be a thing. And like this person travel, like how they treat you, like they travel to you a lot and they make the effort. And so with the Fool, like I feel like you guys are going to really trust in the flow of this connection and really go with the flow. Like the Fool's literally the card of going with the flow. So you're just gonna surrender and trust in the divine plan and take that leap of faith if it feels right. And if you guys both feel like you're on the same page and you like each other and everything is good, you guys are gonna just naturally take it there and not let yourselves overthink this and be like, oh my God, well, what if this, what if that, what if that? Like, you're just gonna naturally go with it, and it's gonna feel organic. It's gonna unfold naturally and organically. Nothing is going to be forced in this connection, is what I'm getting with the Fool. And it's gonna feel right. Like, it's gonna feel right. It's gonna flow. But I do see it moving pretty quickly from the beginning of like just meeting to commitment, like a serious relationship. I see that moving pretty quickly. And with the King of Pentacles here, for the growth that's going to take place. So yeah, we talked about that. And look, we have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom and the Six of Cups. So I definitely think that you guys are both on the same page about growing this into a committed relationship. That's the physical growth, like literally that. Like, I was meaning that question to be more like internal and spiritual growth and whatever. But in this spread right here, like what I'm getting is that what the universe really wants to highlight here is the main growth that is going to take place is the actual physical development of this relationship, from being free-spirited and single to being committed and exclusive and in a relationship, a committed relationship with each other, where you are sharing, you know, your life with one another. Maybe you are moving in pretty quickly with each other. You know, like I said, this is a Tower moment. So like this person is coming into your life and they're shaking it up. So like the way you knew your life to be, once this person comes into your life, it's no longer going to be that way. Everything is going to change. Your plans for the future are going to change with the Two of Wands. Like, you're going to have to look at your future and be like, well, I had XYZ planned, but now that this person's in my life, I have to rearrange everything. I have to reevaluate everything with the Seven of Pentacles. I have to reevaluate where I want to continue to invest my energy and what seeds I want to grow and what I want to not nurture anymore, because now this person's in my life and now I'm trying to go this way. So there's this really big like rebirth, right? Like this death and rebirth even of your own life, and going on a new whole different path and direction with the Six of Swords. Maybe even moving. Maybe you are going to be moving to this person, traveling by air to get to them, or by boat. Maybe there's like water between you guys, and you guys are moving towards each other quickly, where you have this solid, stable connection together. So I feel like this is a nice, good connection. Yeah, I'm just seeing, like, did I cover everything? Sometimes when there's so much to cover and so many questions, I can't get so detailed about each of the questions, and I'm a detailed person. Like, I'm a Gemini. I have a lot of Scorpionic placements, so I need to get into those nitty-gritty details. So sometimes I feel like, no, the job is not complete because I just kind of skimmed over some of these and we didn't go deep in there. But if I go deep into all of these, like super deep, then we're going to be here for 2 hours, you know. We're not trying to do that. So I hope that gave you enough on like what your next relationship is going to be like. I really hope this resonated with you. What we're going to do now in the extended is see how this is going to progress, and like what the outcome, the potential, long-term potential of this relationship is going to be. Where is this going? And then just more about this connection. So we're going to get into that in the extended. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I wish you all the best. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this purple little heart, this is going to be your reading all about your next relationship. So what is this relationship going to be like? Who is it going to be with? We're going to get a lot of details on this. I have a lot of questions that we're answering, and I'm kind of doing a spread to where I'm going to have a tarot card for each question, and we're primarily only doing tarot except for this one oracle card. And we'll find out like who you're going to be in a relationship with next, what it's going to be like how they're going to treat you, when this is going to happen, the reason that they're in your life, and all that good stuff. And then there's also an extended to this reading, and in that extended we are going to get into the potential, like the long-term potential of this connection, this relationship. So where is it gonna go, like long-term, and just like those kinds of details. But yeah, anyway, so for this reading, your oracle card is Dog Far Away. A distant friend is thinking of you. So with regards to like your next relationship, it could definitely be somebody that is at a distance from you. So somebody that lives far away from you that will be, you know, coming into your life that you will meet. Or it could be somebody that you already know that lives at a distance from you that you're going to be in a relationship with. There's something here with distance, obviously. So that would be like the clue. Or it could be that there is a friend who you haven't talked to in a while, who like was in your life, and you just haven't heard from them, but you know, there's some sort of potential there, and that they are coming into your life and they're going to be your next partner. So let's see, let's find out more. So let's get some cards on who is this person going to be. So for Pile 3, who are they going to be in a relationship with? Who is this person? What more can you tell me about this person that Pile 3 is going to be in a relationship with? We have the Chariot and the Hanged Man. Okay, so we got two major arcanas coming out. So this person definitely will have a powerful presence in your life. I think this is going to be a pretty profound relationship with the World at the bottom, the Hierophant under that. Okay, hello. All right then. So yeah, I just feel like this person has big energy to them. Either like when they come into your life, they're gonna be feeling just really like kind of on top of the world, really conquering their dreams and their goals. Or this is just like how they are. But with the Chariot, that's Cancer energy. The Hanged Man is Pisces, so that's a lot of water energy. And then we have the World at the bottom, which is Saturn energy, so that could be like Capricorn, but it could be all the fixed signs as well, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus. But okay, so who is this person? So this person is somebody who definitely could live at a distance from you with both of these cards. This could actually mean that they are, the Hanged Man is a lot of times like to me, like talks in a relationship about separation as well. So this could be somebody that you're separated from by distance, and that they have to travel to you to get to you. Like on a, you know, it's like a little bit longer than just like a 20-minute drive. And, so that's definitely something there. But I feel like this person is very emotional and intuitive and sensitive and very much in touch with their more like vulnerable emotional side. That was kind of coming out in pile 2 as well. This person is very wise. I think that they're very wise, and they have like a higher, different perspective on seeing the world. They see the world in a different light. This person doesn't think like everybody else. They have like a different paradigm. And this person is very ambitious and success oriented, and like is a go-getter. So this is the type of person who pursues their goals and their dreams, and they're very ambitious and they take action. And they also really appreciate and love family. So they might be very close with their family, or family is just something very important to them. They could be quite traditional when it comes to family, just because this is Cancer energy, 4th house. It is very traditional. But then with this Hanged Man, I don't know, they kind of seem to have their own perspective on things. So like I'm even getting that this person has some traditional values that are, you know, like traditional, conventional, whatever, but it's not, they're not abiding by them. They're not following them because they're traditional, because this is what we're supposed to do, but because they agree with them and they have gained their own perspective and they have chosen, like it means something to them, you know. So they're not doing it for outside reasons. They're doing it for themselves, and because they chose to, even if it is traditional, it falls into that like more like where it would make them conform. Words. Okay, so the Chariot. Yeah, I feel like this person is very loyal and very much appreciates quality time with loved ones. They are quite a homebody, so they do like to spend a lot of time at home. This person could be emotionally kind of up and down though, like they could be kind of moody. So one minute they're happy, the next minute they're sad, like their emotions really like oscillate, or like, you know, throughout the month. Like I don't see the most like emotional stability just because the Hangman is Pisces energies, and that's mutable water, which is like just changeable. And then we have Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, so like, and that's always changing. So there's this like kind of moodiness to them. And this person is very, like I said, like sensitive and emotional, but they might not show it all. You know, they might do a pretty good job at like keeping it in and keeping it to themselves. And like I said, this person is really successful, or just like passionate and goes after, very driven, and has a lot of goals and things that they want to accomplish in this world. I think this person also likes to travel. They're really big into traveling and seeing the world and gaining new perspectives. I think this person likes to travel and see the world because they like to see how other cultures function and how they do things. And that allows them to gain more wisdom, and just like through life experience, they elevate, you know? And I think that's why this person does have like a different perspective on life, is because they do travel a lot and they have seen a lot in life. And they're very loyal too. So let's see what else. So we're gonna get into some questions now. So we're gonna do, how are you gonna meet? When are you guys gonna meet? The reason that they're in your life, what kind of connection this is, how are they gonna treat you, what do you have in common, how fast or slow is this relationship going to progress, and the growth that is going to take place in this connection. So this is how you guys, oh my God, this card just keeps haunting us. It came out in pile 2 as well. Actually, I'm going to put this off to the side because I didn't technically ask any of the questions. It just kind of flew out, and I want to be really intentional with these cards since I'm only pulling one card for each question, you know? And then, I mean, I might clarify, but I want specific, straightforward answers. So how is pile 3 going to meet this person, their next partner? The King of Pentacles, this guy's been showing up too. I feel like a lot of you guys are attracting like solid, stable relationships and like legit people. Not like, you know, in and out, playboys, playgirls. So this is how you guys are going to meet, is the King of Pentacles. When you guys are going to meet is the 8 of Cups. The reason that this person is in your life is the Page of Pentacles. What kind of connection this is the 3 of Swords. How are they going to treat you? The 2 of Wands. What do you guys have in common? The 6 of Pentacles. How fast or slow is this going to progress? Or like what is the pace of this relationship from like when you guys meet to being committed? This has been coming out as well. A lot of earth energy, a lot of pentacles. And the growth that's going to take place, the Knight of Pentacles. Damn. I mean, damn, because like a lot of pentacles and it just keeps coming out. But I mean, I shuffled this deck, so it is what it is. Okay, so your next relationship. I think overall this relationship is going to be slow moving. I think the 7 of Pentacles wanted to come out as like an overarching energy of like that this could be just a slow growing, slow moving connection. And let me clarify the 3 of Swords. What kind of connection is this? Can you clarify the 3 of Swords? For what kind of connection is this? The Ace of Swords and the Chariot. There's a lot of like indecisiveness here. Like not knowing how to, like what decision to make. Confusion. Like head versus heart. What do I follow? My head or my heart? It's almost like it doesn't, maybe it doesn't make sense logically, or like one person is really hesitant to take this to the next level for whatever reason, but their heart is saying that they should, you know? Oh, okay. Well, I just, okay. Okay, so yeah, I am just gonna say it, and if you're not feeling this and you're not resonating with this and you're not wanting to claim it, that's fine. You don't have to. But I am getting third-party situation here, and yeah, I'm kind of getting that like the circumstances under which you guys are gonna meet is that this person is in a relationship with somebody else, or if like maybe if it's not a relationship with somebody else, they're like tied to a third party in some way, or it could be like you can't be with this person because they're your boss, or there's something, it's at the workplace or something to where it's not allowed. And in order for you guys to get together, because the when is the 8 of Cups, so in order for you guys to actually come together, the when, the union, is once somebody leaves something behind, you know, and walks away from that thing. And then when I asked like what kind of connection is this, it's the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords often is the card of like a third party, and there's like a heartbreak that's involved, cutting something out so that you can move forward following your heart. And that's the Chariot. So and then like for how they're going to treat you is a Two of Wands. So I just feel like they're not really taking action towards you. They're not necessarily like, there's stagnancy in how they treat you. So there's a lot of like indecision. I don't know how to move forward. It's like they want to, and they're making plans to move towards you. They are making plans, but are they actually taking action? I don't see a lot of that, you know. It's just like very stagnant, and they're just like thinking about how they're gonna do it, but they're stuck. There's this like energy of stuckness, but you guys are both on the same page. What you guys have in common is that the Six of Pentacles. You guys are both on the same page that you want equal reciprocity here, and you both want to be in a relationship together. You both want to give to one another equally, like an abundance. You know, you want to give to each other abundantly. You want to share your lives with each other. You do. So that's what you have in common. But there's, when it comes to actually like making it happen, it's just a lot of things to juggle, a lot going on, and it's just taking, I think it's gonna just be taking a long time for this to happen. And there's just a lot of waiting and healing and being alone, being separated. The Ten of Wands. It's just like letting go of this burden, and then you guys can come together into union. So, Now, this could be something that already has happened. You could have already met this person, and they were in this situation where they had to walk away from this relationship or this job or whatever this third party is. Or you had to do that, okay? It could be you. And now you guys are not like in contact, or maybe you are in contact but you're not physically seeing each other. That's why a distant friend is thinking of you. So this person is distant from you, whether they're emotionally distant or physically distant. This person is thinking of you, and there's this like waiting, having to wait a long time for this to come together. So maybe you guys already met and that happened, and now you're in that waiting stage. But this person is your next relationship. So I mean, it's here. It's just, yeah. So the reason that they're in your life is the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify that. It's to learn, and it's to grow as a person. The Page of Pentacles came out in pile 1 as well. And the Page of Pentacles is like, to me, like what I like to call it is being a student of life. It's being a lifelong learner, and constantly learning from every experience that you have, and taking it as like with curiosity and like, ooh, okay, what can I learn from this? Because the pentacles are about physical things, right? So that could be like physical experiences, relationships. And the page is it's very curious, and it's like a child. It has a very, it's very interested in what, like in its surroundings, you know? So, and it wants to learn, and it wants to grow to become the King of Pentacles, right? So the reason that this person is in your life is to, I think, be a catalyst for maybe self-knowledge, you know, to learn more about yourself through this process. So the Page of Pentacles. Look, we have the Two of Pentacles out again. And then the Seven of Cups and the Strength card. The Four of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, there's just a lot of healing that is taking place in this connection, from this connection, because of this connection. And a lot of like strength that you're gaining. And there is a lot of confusion here. A lot of things unknown. A lot of like back and forth, like confused energy. And I think that's just really helping you grow and develop as a person and in your strength. And because I just feel like you're in this limbo phase and like waiting for this person. I almost feel like if you chose this pile, you're the pile that is like involved with somebody like who you already have your mind like you already have an idea of who this person is. You're still feeling connected to them, but you're not necessarily talking to them, you know, like you're in separation from them. Or if that's not the case, then this is just kind of saying that your next relationship is going to be one of those sort of situations where you meet someone and, to be honest with you, like I have to, yeah, I have to be honest, like this sounds karmic. Like this relationship sounds karmic. And that's why I said, like, if you're not wanting to claim that and you're not wanting to go through that, you don't have to, you know. But the people that chose this pile, like, will know, like, and that's why I feel like you've already been on this journey. That's, I think, the message is for you if, like, you've already kind of been on this journey. If you're totally single and you have nobody from your past, this might not be your pile. I feel like this is more for those who are involved with somebody who they're still attached to and they're having trouble walking away from them, but there's a reason that this person is in your life. Like, the reason is for you and your own transformation and your own inner strength and just like gaining your own independence and knowing your worth, you know, building yourself. And I mean, we have the Four of Swords twice here. Oh my God, and the Ten of Wands right under that. What are the chances of that? It's like during this time of healing and waiting and being away from this person and isolated from this person, you're doing a lot of letting go, of releasing burdens. And then we have a 3 under both of those. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. And then we have a 6, the Lovers, and 6 of Wands under that. That's so weird. Okay, so your next relationship, in a nutshell, is going to be I kind of feel like the relationship in itself is just very, it's this, like what you're going through now. Is this going to turn into an actual relationship? Is this going to turn into an actual relationship? Or is this it? Is this going to turn into an actual relationship? It's like so many unknowns. So we have the Hermit and the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, this is as single as it gets, you know? This is like super single energy. The Hermit being alone. It's doing your own self-discovery, self-reflection, and you're gaining power, like becoming more empowered. And finding your own strength. I think that's what this journey is. That's what this relationship is doing. And I think the relationship in itself is this. It's not like you guys, I don't necessarily feel like you and this person are going to like come together and like have like an actual relationship. I think that whatever the dynamic is now or whatever already was, like, is the relationship in itself. And the whole purpose of this thing is for your own like personal growth and development and to becoming your best self. And that's why it sounds so karmic in nature to me. Like, just sounds kind of like one of those that's like a catalyst for your own growth, but it's not necessarily like meant to last forever, you know? That's why it's like so slow moving. The Queen of Wands at the bottom, yeah, just like becoming very, very high vibrational, empowered, and confident, you know, gaining in your own confidence. So what I'm going to do for this pile, because I just feel like we kind of, like, there's not much to go into this or whatever. You'll know, I think you'll know, like, if this is for you. like by already recognizing like what we talked about, you know. I'm gonna get some advice for you on like what you need to be doing, and then in the extended we'll get into like what is going to happen in this connection and what the potential outcome is. But I just want to get some advice for you. So what is your advice to pile 3 regarding this relationship, regarding their next relationship? So we have surrender to rest and sleep, to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. And I mean, the 4 of Swords is literally a person sleeping. So I feel like you do need to rest. I think that this relationship this connection has been tiring you, has been burdening you. It's been really heavy. And I don't know if it's been serving you. I mean, it's been serving you in a way because it has helped you elevate, but also I feel like it's also been burdensome for you. And then we have your surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. So perhaps it's something that with this person, you know, you have experienced where you always wanted to be right, or like that's what caused some arguments or causes arguments and conflict, is like you're not willing to look at how you contributed to like a problem or something like that. So that might be something that you need to reflect on. The 4 of Swords is about contemplation and like going within and looking within yourself and learning more about yourself, you know. And I'm not saying this person is bad. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm not saying this person is bad for you. By saying that this sounds like a karmic relationship isn't saying that this person's toxic. It's like they could be a wonderful person. It's just the way that they trigger you. It just really brings up a lot of things that you need to deal with within yourself, you know, and that's why they're a catalyst for your growth. But that doesn't mean that this person is necessarily like horrible, you know. I just think that they're very focused on their work. They're very focused on their goals, and they're indecisive. Like I just don't see it's hard for them to like make a decision about this commitment, you know. And there's stagnancy. So how they treat you is a 2 of Wands. So it's like they want things to happen. They have a lot of desires, but I don't see follow through when it comes to this relationship. And that's weird because this person is a follow through person. Like they have goals and desires and they go after them, you know. But then there's also this Hanged Man. So that is also like it's a self-imposed stagnation. It's you create your own stuckness. You make yourself feel stuck because you need to look at this from a different perspective. So I think this person right now is trying to look at the situation from a different perspective to see before they can move forward and how they will move forward. And maybe they are contemplating like whatever the situation is, like leaving the situation that will be heartbreaking. And I think there is heartbreak here. Like there is or was heartbreak here. Because when we have what kind of connection is this and the 3 of Swords comes out, there's really not a positive way to look at that. I mean, yeah, there is, and I can sugarcoat it, but realistically speaking, like, what kind of connection is this? It seems like a heartbreaking connection. Like, it seems like it's gonna end in heartbreak, and that's because there is a lot of growth and growth to be had and like lessons to learn, and like no one wants to hear that. That sucks. Like no one ever wants to go into a relationship like that. I get it. I don't want to, you know, I wouldn't want to. I've been there already and it's not nice. And so that's that, you know, like this is not a lovey-dovey fairy tale reading right now. This is like that hard truth reading where like, this is probably what your soul needs right now. But it's not karmic to a way where like they're gonna treat you badly. I don't think that they treat you badly or disrespect you or anything like that. It's just the nature of the connection is just hard. And it's maybe like you both want this, because like what you guys have in common is the Six of Pentacles. Like you guys both want this. You guys both want this to materialize. You both secretly like want to give to each other and be in each other's lives physically, share your lives together, be in a relationship, equal balance, you know, all of that. Like it's here. You guys both want it. But when it comes to actually making it happen, I just see a lot of stagnancy and slowness and indecisiveness and just very slow moving. So let me just see, like, why is there so much indecisiveness? The High Priestess and Temperance. Because of divine timing. It's just, it's not right. It doesn't feel right to move forward. Like I said, there is this impulsivity, this desire. Like there is this like, I want to be impulsive and do this and move forward. But whenever it actually comes, like move forward towards like this relationship, right? Like making this a wholesome relationship. But whenever like it tries to happen, I almost feel like the universe steps in as like some sort of divine intervention and says, no, it's not time yet. There's a little bit more healing to do. There's a little bit more work to do on your subconscious, on your deeper self. There's a lot of unknowns, and I'm not going to tell you what those unknowns are. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that are being worked out through this connection, and you can't jump into it. It has to be slow moving. And it's like on a soul level, you know that there's the angels, like there's universal guidance, there's divine timing. And it's like the universe is like, this has to be tempered. Like we can't just jump into it. What are these lessons that are being learned? What are the lessons that are being learned? I mean, the Ten of Swords and the Emperor. So, you know, the Ten of Swords is about just feeling betrayed, defeated, done, dead, right? Like, but in this deck, she's not dead. Like it's just crows flying. Like it doesn't seem as painful. But it is still an ending, you know, it's bringing something to a close. And it could also be a mental pattern, a toxic pattern you have within yourself, because we do have the Eight of Swords here at the bottom. So it could be like your own mental, internal limitations, false belief systems, like whatever. Your own insecurities that you have to let go of. And the Emperor, I mean, this is divine masculine energy. What is the Emperor here for? I think this is saying that, like, the lessons that you're learning through this connection and, like, all of the growth that is taking place and all of the healing, eventually that's going to come to an end. If you have been going through this and you've already been experiencing this, it's kind of saying the worst is behind you. And there is happiness here for you. Like, there is a divine masculine. Well, that's if you're the divine feminine, but there is this divine counterpart energy here, you know, and with like action, like the Knight of Wands, like pursuing and taking action, actually movement, you know, towards a more positive direction with the sun, like ultimate happiness and fulfillment. So like that is here. And I think maybe like the reason that this, like you're going through this relationship is for you to be able to shed some part of yourself, like an ego death of some sort, and go through like a major like transformation, and so that you can align with your ultimate happiness, whoever that is. And I do feel like a lot of it is like self-imposed. And like, look, with the World coming out, then that wasn't at the bottom. And then we have the Tower under that and the Devil. Yeah, so I just feel like the World is all about divine timing. This is Saturn. So this is just like restrictions and limitations, especially when it comes to earthly things and timing and things like that. So it's just like delays, waiting, dealing with the Devil, right? Dealing with your own ego, things coming to an end. Yeah, so this just seems like a very transformational relationship that teaches you a lot of lessons, and it's very karmic. Like it's like heals a lot of your karma, you know, that you have to do in this lifetime. So it's one of those hard ones, one of those hard relationships. And I kind of sense that you're already going through this, like you've already been going through this or are going through this, and it's almost over. Like the worst is almost behind you, and there is this like happiness here with the Sun. And so yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna end the reading here, and then in the extended we're gonna get into what the potential is of this connection here. Is this happiness with this person, or is it with somebody else? What is the potential of this relationship? Where is it gonna go, the long term? So yeah, if you're interested in that, that's gonna be in the description box below. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I hope that this was helpful for you. And if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all the best. Bye.